One. Yep, we are live. Hello, everyone.
Hello, hello.
I'm sure most people know Grace, but if you want to say a few words while I get this set up on my phone.
Okay, well, as you can see, my name is Grace Gezant, and I have a YouTube channel. Um, and I'm really excited to be here and to meet all of you. I do, a lot of different types of readings, just like Scott does. And yeah, check out my channel if you have not yet.
Yeah, you've been doing a lot of heart sent readings and personals and guided stuff. It's been really inspirational kind of things.
Kind of trying to focus on keeping our vibration high, because it is so easy in this time to get so down and depressed about what's happening, and to realize that we have to come from a place of power. And we do that by keeping our personal vibration high and not letting them take our power away from us. And our power is simply that, vibrating at a high level.
Yep. Stay in the positive, stay in the happy. Don't get down on everything.
Yep.
Everything can be frustrating, but when you go down, you stay down.
Mm-hmm.
You need to stay happy time.
Yeah.
You need to keep that smile going.
Keeping our vibration high, I kind of think of it as like taking our daily bath. It's like, it's not something that you do once and you're done, because we walk in this world where we're getting slammed with all kinds of energy that just brings us down. And so we have to have a regular practice of whether it's just taking a deep breath and focusing on getting centered and breathing in the love energy, or whatever your focus is. It's like, it's got to be a regular practice.
Yes. Just like a shower. It's like a cleansing.
Yes, a cleansing.
I mean, we are human. We do get upset. We do have bad times, but then you just got to step back and okay, this is not where I should be. You just let it go.
Yep.
And step back into that happy time.
Yep.
Because with this, our own consciousness and everything, when we're in that somber mode, it vibrates all around into the people around you. You just got to stay in that happy time.
Exactly. Yep.
Yes.
We are creators, and we are creating with every thought that we think, every action that we take, and we want to be creating the good stuff.
It's right. It's all within that manifestation and laws of attraction thing. You stay there, you're better people for it.
Yep. So do we have questions coming forward?
Oh, all you lovelies that found the community page posted a lot of questions. Oh, look at all this big list.
Oh my gosh.
It's huge. And if we have any time, we'll take some out of the comments. But once again, blessings for everyone being here tonight and joining us. And I hope it goes awesome. First time with Grace. I think I was talking, I've been following you probably since last August. And it's been a joy and a journey. And thank you for reaching out to collab tonight.
Yeah, I know it took me so long.
Well, you did this before we get started. There was you did a retreat or something?
Yeah.
What was that?
Well, I did a couple of retreats back after January, and I think that was pretty much the timing of when I said, I need to take a break from doing political readings, because it was just bringing me down. I did a yoga retreat at Sivananda Ashram in the Catskill Mountains, and then I did a shamanic retreat in February. And, I just started buzzing, just at a really high rate. And so but now that we are getting close to the end of this nightmare, I'm really feeling called to jump back in and do readings on it, because I really believe that there are very hopeful times ahead. I think that 2021 is going to be an exciting year. There's going to be a lot of rebalancing happening. There's going to be a huge job, that the new administration is going to have to tackle. But I think they're going to do it. I'm feeling that there's going to be so many opportunities for new jobs, new industries, for small businesses. There's just going to be support out there that that we're not feeling right now. We're feeling oppressed, and I have very hopeful feelings about the new administration.
Yeah, I know it's going to be blessed too. I feel it.
And and this is something that I've said on my channel. I know that there are so many that wanted someone else besides Biden. And I don't think that Biden came forward and said, I want to be the next president. I think that there were those who went to him and said, we need you. We need you because you are the one who can defeat Trump.
Yeah.
And I think of Biden, he's a good man. And I think of him as the bridge that is taking us across the bridge to the new paradigm.
There you go.
And he stepped forward out of a sense of duty to this country, not because he's power hungry or he said, I want to be president. I think that he stepped forward out of a sense of duty.
I believe that too. That's what I felt, that he was asked that, and the Democratic Society just knew he was the only one that could beat Trump.
Yep.
And they came together at this karmic time to do it.
Yep. And I think that his administration is going to embrace many of the other those that were running for president. They're going to embrace a lot of the policies of Bernie Sanders, and I believe that Elizabeth Warren is going to have a very prominent position in the cabinet, in the administration, and so there's just going to be a lot of respect shown for as kind of like a coming together and leading this country together out of this mess.
He's already surrounding himself with great people in the transition team and advisors.
Yes.
And Barack always has his back, so we're good there. So since you mentioned the Senate, why don't we start with something hopefully easy before we get deeper? Who will be the Senate majority leader in the next administration in 2021? It could give us a hint for if McConnell gets reelected, or will it be a Democrat? See if it's a female or a male, or because you did mention Warren, and I kind of got a feeling she's getting a promotion. So I wonder if maybe it's her.
Yeah. So the majority leader is the person in the Senate who. How do they nominate the majority leader?
It's voted on.
It's voted on. Okay.
Yeah, so Mitch McConnell is the majority leader right now. Okay. He's the one not allowing any votes or anything.
Right. So, are we going to start off asking who's going to be the next majority leader, or should we ask whether he's going to be reelected, or?
Let's just go with who's going to be the next Senate majority leader.
Okay, who's going to be the next Senate majority leader?
After Mitch. Or is it going to be Mitch? See what that energy is. I feel it's female energy. So I can give a lot of hints to what's going on.
I'm getting a fire sign man, but I'll just go through. I did a 10-card spread, and I'll go through quickly with what I came up with. The situation at hand is that they are trapped. they know that they are in a losing situation, but they're trying their damnedest to hold on.
Yep.
Wow.
I got the Eight of Swords too.
Okay, they're trying their damnedest to hold on, and they're really they don't know where to go from here, because they know that they're in a losing position, that they signed on with a president who's a losing ticket, but they jumped on the boat, hook, line, and sinker. They and it's where they're at. The world is watching. Crowning them is the Tower. Okay.
Yep, the current situation sounds good.
Yep. And in the near future, we've got the Devil card. So, they are going to pull out every dirty trick they can to hold on to power. Okay. They feel like they've got the money behind them, and that's their card, that's their winning ticket, is to say, to say we're the economy people. Vote up to us because we've got a hold of the economy situation. The Two of Wands here is saying to me that they're looking for foreign help. They're looking out over the ocean. They are holding the world in their hands right now, and they're looking for foreign help to win this election. Okay. And they are hoping that the help that is out there is going to give it to them. But so Mitch McConnell is, he's a Pisces. And so as the final outcome, I'm getting a fire sign man. Let me pull a clarification card on that. So we know this. They're going to pull out every dirty trick, and they're going to say, they're going to invite foreign assistance. They're going to do whatever they can. But it's new hope, inspiration, and hope coming forward.
That came out too.
Oh, really?
Yep. I got the star too.
Elizabeth Warren. She would be a good one.
Well, my throw came out female.
Okay. And that's the Three of...
Queen of Coins.
Oh, the Queen of Coins.
Yeah, and it's someone in the family already in the Senate. It's like part of the family. 10 of Coins, 10 of Cups. Someone in the family. It's kind of undecided, though. It feels like they're leaning female to me, because they got the moon and juggling who? With the Two of Coins? Oops, which one? This one. The Two of Coins. So they're kind of juggling who, if it would happen. So it's still waiting to come out. But I'm getting female energy, especially with the star. And then my final is the Wheel of Fortune. The new cycle and everything changing.
As I tune in, I think you've really got something there. I
get that
we feel pretty sure that it's not going to be Mitch.
No, it's not going to be Mitch. The 10 of Cups makes me feel like that's the family card. That's everything's good to go, And when you talk about the family, it makes me feel like the people that did run for president, the people that do have a big voice.
Yes.
So yes, you'll be looking at Schumer. You'd be looking at Warren. Those type of people. So it could be Schumer.
Yeah.
But on my throw here, I got the star is female energy too. So I got the Queen of Coins coming out.
Okay. Well,
But
I
yeah,
think
the first one was the two of coins, so they're still, it hasn't happened yet. They're still thinking about what way to go,
yeah.
But I think they're probably leaning female if they would take the Senate.
Right.
That's where my mind came out. Your King of Wands, maybe that's who's talking about it. Maybe it's Barack Obama behind the scenes saying, "Hey, we need Elizabeth Warren." You never know.
Uh-huh. Well, I was musing to myself the other day, wouldn't it be such a poetic justice if Hillary Clinton were the next attorney general and she could throw these clowns in jail?
That would be funny. Well, since you mentioned Hillary, you want to throw a few cards to see if she's done politically?
Okay.
Since we're on Hillary's, since you mentioned her, stay with the flow of that. Is Hillary done politically?
All right. Is Hillary done politically? What's ahead for Hillary?
Well, thanks, Marsha. Just look at the comments there.
Yeah. What's ahead for Hillary?
Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton.
Hillary.
Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton. I wonder if she's not all up to it health-wise. Maybe she's getting a little tired. Just kind of energetically feeling.
Yeah.
She's no spring chicken either.
Yeah. I wonder how old she is.
I don't remember. She's got to be pushing 70, you'd think. Hi, Debbie.
Yeah, I feel like that she's done with the fight. I feel like she wants to take a position as a speaker, an advisor, the person who writes the book. But
yeah. All my cards are throwing out that she's done. She's had enough of this fight.
Yeah. I think that that's basically what I'm getting to. That it's the fight, and I feel like she's going to find a place to teach, speak, do consulting, and not be in the fray of politics.
Right. That's the magician here. She can create whatever she wants, speaking, whatever, her foundation work.
Yeah.
Yeah. But everything else is not the greatest. It's like she just took a beating.
Yeah.
I got the devil and the Ten of Swords coming up together. She took a beating politically and with 45 and the whole mess.
I got the Tower and the Three of Swords, and Trump just charging in and like the bull in the China factory. And she's tired of the battle of trying to stay on top of it. So yeah,
I do feel like she's going to get her just rewards though, because with the election and everything, because I do have the Wheel of Fortune, new materials coming in, a couple knights here, Knight of Coins, Knight of Cups. So it's kind of like
younger energy
coming in, new materials, and then a fair judgment.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, she's done politically. She's had enough of this mess, but it feels like she's going to get her just rewards that she actually won the election.
Exactly. She's going to get she's going to get the respect that she deserves, and she's going to carry on with work, but not in a political position.
Yeah. Someone said in the chat, some readers have seen Hillary with health issues. It didn't come out in my throw. I just feel she's tired of the backlash and all this, lock her up stuff and just step away.
I mean,
because you're always in the limelight,
Yeah.
You're always.
What a horrible thing to have to deal with.
She does make fun of it on Twitter sometimes. If you see it, she'd be like, "He's been living in my head for 4 years or something," or vice versa, whatever. She's still in his head. That was kind of good. Oh, when I forgot to write. I usually like to write down timestamps. I forgot when we started this. I think it was about 18. Anyway. All right. You ready for the next one?
I'm ready.
Let's switch gears. Someone asked in the community post about what the universities and colleges are going to be like in 2021 with COVID situation and everything. Will they get back to normal life?
Yeah. Okay. So first I'll give you my intuitive impression, and then I will throw cards on it. My intuitive impression is that the new administration is going to be all for practicing, the social distancing and the offering colleges and schools the financial need that they have in order to keep the institution safe for students. I think that a lot of it is going to be through at least the first 3 quarters of 2021, a lot of distance learning that we're still going to be doing. That it's not going to get back to business as usual at the beginning in January 2021.
So you're thinking like towards March, it would be better maybe?
I'm looking at more like towards fall. I mean.
Oh, then the season or this year would be over then.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, I think it's going to take that long. I think that 2021 is going to be mostly encouraging distance learning, and the new administration is going to come up with funding to provide, resources that schools need to make it safe for kids to come into school. But it's not going to be business as usual. I think that there are going to be, from this experience, there are going to be things that are forever different about education. I think that there's going to be so much work and funding put into creating alternative ways that there's certain things that will stay different. I don't think that we're ever going to go back to exactly the way it was. There will always be some adjustment that has been made. So I don't see things going back to full in classes until the fall of 2021.
Wow.
But I'll pull some cards on it.
Yeah, intuitively I'm feeling a mixture. Yeah, it's not like full, so I'm trying to look at next year.
Well, we're not going to have a vaccine until then. We're not going to have a vaccine that is able to be, distributed to the tens of millions of people until well into 2021. So let me pull a few cards on it. Yeah. So looking to do things differently, looking to say, okay, this is how far we've come. what is the new way to do things? You know, really working hard to stay on top of the situation. And the full card is reinventing new ways of doing it.
Holy cow. Yeah, I think you're right. I got a whole bunch of major arcana. Temperance.
Finding the right balance.
Finding the balance, how to do it right. Empress. Justice. And then strength. Holy cow.
Yeah.
So obviously there's another administration coming in if this is happening, because I got a King of Wands coming in the world. So this King of Wands feels like, when I was talking about the virus, I always just feeling there's someone coming to the forefront that it's going to take charge. I think this is Fauci. That when everything gets settled here, he's going to take a bigger role, and this is what we need to do, because we'll have better leadership there anyway.
Yes.
Because I was getting some kind of good person's going to come in and just take over everything, and and then I got the moon and the star. It's like this whole thing about COVID and kids is all about, it's major.
It's gonna, there's gonna be big changes. I mean, even things like in classrooms, many buildings are fitted so that you can't even open the windows.
Right.
You know, and if they could just open the windows, that would help. And so I think that there are a lot of funding that needs to be provided so that the schools can make the environment safer.
There's the funding.
Yeah.
And like we said, with next year, it's the hermit. I mean, even that, it's all about taking care of our younger youth.
Yes.
All guided, but something else changes in that process because we have good people coming in. But here's your funding, but we need to do it properly with that hermit.
Right.
So I mean, that's a wonderful throw. That's a lot of major arcana for college and students.
A lot of big changes.
But it does feel like it's going to be cautious.
And you know, when you talk about colleges, that's a pretty big subject because, you know, of course, a small community college might be able to do things differently than a huge inner city college.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
depends how big they are.
There's going to be a lot of adaptability depending upon the situation.
I don't know if people have seen the reporting, but there was a study done about I think it was Ohio State, of all the athletes that contracted COVID and recovered. I don't know how many passed or whatever, but it seemed like all of them recovered. But the study showed 30-some% of those athletes that got COVID have permanent lung damage.
Mm.
And these are kids, you know, in the 18 to 20 kind of range, 22, whatever. The study said 30-some% of them have permanent lung damage now.
Mm.
It's just crazy for young athletes.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
it's bad.
Yeah.
You know, for their whole life, you know, such a young life, and then to be dealing with that, you know, you might get like 50 and they have to possibly be on oxygen, you know, just to breathe possibly, you know, you never know how bad it's going to get. But, or they can't run marathons or anything, you know, run long distance kind of thing. So it's so sad that people can't take this serious. Are we ready for another one?
I'm ready.
All right. We had another lovely subscriber asked, will Vladimir Putin be out of power within 3 years?
Will Putin be out of power within 3 years?
Yes.
Okay, will Putin be out of power within 3 years?
333. My subscriber here in the comments said 333 were watching here a minute ago.
Oh, cool.
That's angelic number, 333. Vladimir Putin. Get different energy. Hi, Lucian. Hey, Aries girl. Oh, I'm getting tightness in my chest, so I'm thinking he might have some poisoning or something. There we go. Three of swords. Yeah. I started feeling having, all of a sudden I started getting tightening right around my heart. So might do something.
I think that there are attempts to do what needs to be done to get him out.
Something very well may happen.
Yeah.
I just heard prior to 3 years.
Yeah.
Hey, Marge, we'll get to Trump. We're hitting other things before we get to the big stuff.
I think that I have a yes to that question. That Putin, it might be 2 to 3 years, but I do think that there are some spies in the camp that want to see him out.
Yes. Maybe we shouldn't talk about it because it's supposed to be secret. I got the moon coming out, but yeah, it's going to happen. I think it's someone within the government, within his circle with that 4 of coins.
Yeah.
They want to change with justice. And then probably with poison or something, it could be a doctor or someone cooks up something with that 3 of coins and the King of Swords. They want to get rid of the powers with the 9 of Wands of him.
Yes. People are suffering.
It almost feels like some kind of special concoction that you wouldn't think of, because I got the moon and the magician. So that feels like some kind of special thing that they just did that poisoning with that Navalny or whatever. Something else. I think someone's trying to think of something else to do to him that he won't know or figure out.
Well, for the final outcome, it's interesting. I got the King of Wands again, but I got the King of Wands, the 3 of Swords, and the 5 of Swords. So it's like, a nasty battle.
Yeah. I had the King of Cups come out too. And the Magician close together. Where'd it come? Yeah, there's the King of Cups. So it's working together. So it feels like better people working together.
And whoever asked that question, I think that person had an intuitive hit that, because it's not something that we're reading in the news, and it kind of rings true to me.
Yeah, I believe so too. 2 to 3 years. Yeah, he bribed people in that election to make him premier for life. I don't know if you read about it, but they had that election, I think, in July, and he basically said, it's like, you vote for me, you get a food card kind of thing, like $100 for food or something like that, or some kind of gift card. So basically, he bribed everyone to vote for him. It was something like that. Because he wanted to change the Constitution over there so he could be president for life.
We know who Trump takes his lessons from.
Yeah. It's all on the Hitler Putin playbook.
Yep.
Okay.
We are
So-
going to get past this.
We will.
Yep.
Everyone, all these dictators are going to go find their comeuppance.
Yeah.
And money laundering going on and whatnot. All right. Another question someone asked is, will Nancy Pelosi impeach 45 again to stop the
Okay.
new justice?
Yeah.
35.
So, she's going to do whatever needs to be done to see to it that Trump does not get to appoint the next Supreme Court judge.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yep.
whatever that entails. So let's look at whether that entails bringing forth another impeachment.
Intuitively, it just feels like a threat. I don't know if they actually do it. It's like behind the scenes, she's telling Mitch, you do this, I'm going to do this. You do this, I'm going to do this. So let's see if they actually start it, or if it's just a threat. Carol goes, slip him some poison. I know we want him gone. Let's be nice now. Hey, Marcia. Oh, yeah, we're both in stripes. Someone said we both got stripes on tonight. We're in sync.
Notice that.
Who knew?
Yeah.
Who knew? Okay. Well, Nancy and the Democrats try to impeach 45 again.
They're going to make a deal. They're going to make a deal with Trump. Pelosi is going to make a deal with Trump and says, you back off. And this deal is not going to be with Mitch. It's going to be with Trump. You back off. And for that, I will concede, certain crimes, that he committed will be overlooked. But there's going to be a deal made. Look what I came up with. The Lover's card and the Two of Cups.
There's some partnerships there. Knight of Wands. A deal. I don't see, I'm not getting that they will go forward with an impeachment again.
Yeah, no, I think.
But the first card is the King of Coins. So here we're dealing with Trump.
Mm-hmm.
So there's some messages coming in with the Eight of Wands, bringing some hope, some quick messages. I'm not getting a deal. It feels like stuff comes out that maybe Trump does take a deal.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because this is feeling like something about the money he's taken, owned, or whatever from Putin.
Yeah.
And then I got him moving the Hierophant, moving on a different direction with a Seven of Coins, and then a preparing card. Talking about our hopes and dreams, preparing for something new. And then there's an action. And then a new evaluation by 45.
Yep. I'm getting that.
But there's a lot of, with everything going on, with everyone, whistleblowers and whatnot, Knight of Wands is my whistleblower.
Uh-huh.
And then the Eight of Swords. And that's usually an illness card.
Yep.
Or imprisonment kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, in the environment, I got the Queen of Swords, and that's the voice of law from the female perspective. That's
right.
laying down the law. And for the hopes or fears, I got death. So you can look at that a couple of different ways.
Oh my God. I pulled one more. Death.
Okay.
It feels like something's coming out. More messages. It's going to end this thing.
Yeah. Trump knows that I think that there's going to be so much more coming forward in the next month or so that Trump knows that this is the end and that they could walk in and put handcuffs on him and lead him out if they wanted to at this point. And they're going to make a deal.
Yeah, I think so. Strength and the wands. Ace of Wands. Here's your deal.
Yeah.
So he's either walking away or running away. One of the two.
Right.
He's not going to be happy with that Hermit and that major action coming with that Ace of Swords. So
Right.
yeah, something's going down. I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah.
I don't see. There's something else going on besides any kind of impeachment.
Yeah, and it may not only be, the Democrats that say, you need to go, you need to back off. It could be some of the Republicans that say we don't want this coming out because that will affect us. We don't want this coming out that we all received kickbacks from the Russians,
Wow.
whatever it is. And this is for entertainment purposes only.
Entertainment purposes only, yeah.
But, we don't want this coming out. And so you need to back off.
Well, since you brought it up, let's read on the GOP with the little kickbacks, and will they be exposed also for taking Russian laundered money from the NRA or whatever?
Okay. Will
or anybody in
will,
Congress, whether it's Democrat or GOP. Well,
yeah.
will
Will
they be
exposed for taking foreign money?
Right. I think so.
I think so. My card for Russia came up and my card for Putin both came up.
Yeah.
Lordy.
Yeah. Yeah, they're going to be burdened.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I got the Page of Cups and Knight of Cups. So that's information coming out. New information coming out.
Look, I got the Page of Cups also. I got the Page of Cups also.
Yeah. Everything tied in with the Emperor.
Yeah.
Emperor, documents, and money with the 5 of coins. And it came from around the world.
Mm-hmm.
And your Source, Ace of Cups. And here's your GOP card. My 6 of Wands is my GOP card.
Okay.
It's like a gang all together. You see all the people in there. So it's kind of like a fighting gang. Mm-hmm. Even though it's a victory, a lot of times I associate that with when I feel it. Because it looks like a bunch of people fighting, arguing. So yeah, they're going to get it.
Yeah. I think it is going to come out. It's the whole story of Russian influence in our elections and how Russian money influenced our elections and how Republicans in particular took Russian money to support their campaign. Yes.
Yeah. Like Pam just said in chat, remember those 8 Republicans went to Russia July 4th of 2018. They came back compromised.
Yes.
Like Ron Johnson and others.
Yeah.
There's we can already tell that what's his name? Devin Nunes, he's already involved. We know he's going down.
Yeah.
Because he was involved.
Look at Lindsey Graham. How can you look at that guy and listen to him and think he's not compromised? I mean,
yeah, when every video that comes out 4 years earlier, he's a total different guy.
Yeah.
Yep. Thank you, Lori. Everyone hit the thumbs up.
Yeah.
So everyone can see Tracy. All right. Next one. I think we got that down. Someone else asked if our president and the administration will be held accountable for all the COVID deaths, for lying all this time. I guess like the press secretary was like lying again today about it in her interview, her press conference. It's like, really? They're trying to press back on her and say, well, what about the 200,000 deaths? Then she goes, well, there would have been 2 million if the president didn't take the steps he did. Wow. She just stands up and lies.
People have no shame.
It's like unreal.
So will people be held accountable for the COVID deaths?
In our government administration.
Yeah.
45 or others. I'm hearing some. I'm not so sure about 45.
Yeah, I think 45 has bigger problems.
That's what I was hearing and feeling.
Yeah. I mean, the COVID deaths is something that they would have to litigate and blah, blah, blah. They've got things that they can lock him up for right now.
Mm-hmm.
I do think that people are going to have to, leave and, claim that they didn't know, that they were just, they didn't know, they thought they were doing the right thing. A lot of people are going to lose their jobs. And just kind of get the hell out of Dodge. I'm seeing people with the 6 of Swords and the 7 of Swords, people just
the
leaving.
Lies. Yeah, the 7 of Swords is my liar card. I don't know if it is yours.
And that's the final outcome that I got. Yeah.
Reductive friends.
Yeah, people are going to be like, pointing the blame on someone else. I was doing my job. I was following orders. I didn't know that the information that came in was not accurate. But a lot of people are going to lose their jobs and be to walk away in shame. There's going to be a lot of shame.
I didn't get the justice, but people are going to be linked together.
Yeah.
The first card was the Hierophant. So it feels like the new government, the quality government, is going to be looking and figuring out with the 3 of Wands about the Queen of Coins, the COVID deaths, and the investigations will be good. It'll cause endings for many people.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything's linked. Administration is linked together.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not feeling 45, but others, yes.
A lot of people are going to get fired and lose their jobs, and there's going to be a balancing. I got the temperance crowning it. And there's just going to be a rebalancing of, a lot of things. But as we move into 2021, there's going to be a lot of work that needs to be done to make things fair. And a lot of that involves, making workplace environments fair. So many of the deaths are happening like in these meat packing and, places where people are crammed together right next to each other. And it's like they have no rights. They have to have their job. And there's going to be a lot of rebalancing. So I think it's going to be more like people losing their jobs, people in prominent positions losing their jobs. Yeah. Including the director of the CDC. It's a shame that the time we're living in right now, that we're looking at 200,000 plus, by the time this is over, deaths due to mismanagement of the government. And it's not even, it's not even like the number one story on the, on the plate, in the news, because there's, especially when more news comes out, we're going to be appalled.
Yeah. It's all about lies and stuff. His rallies, oh my God, it's just horrible, the things he's saying. And it doesn't get to the people that really need to hear it.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, since we're on 45. Inquisitive question. Will 45 President Trump be arrested prior to the election? Like 45 days. There's been rumors that the FBI and Nancy are working on something.
Yeah.
Just in case.
I think this might be part of the deal we're talking about. That it's like they're going to have the ability to arrest him, but there's going to be a deal that, kind of like, we will drop these charges, but you lay low until you're out of here. Something like that. Okay, but I'll throw cards on it. Is 45 going to be arrested before the election? Is 45 going to be arrested? That's going to be such a happy day.
Wake up every day to see if he's either been arrested or in the hospital. Breaking news.
Is 45 going to be arrested before the election? Arrested before the election. Wow.
I feel like I need to split them up.
Okay, this is interesting. The first two cards I pulled are the Page of Wands and the Tower card. So this is like making an announcement, news coming out, and the Tower falling. Okay.
So something maybe he's coming out yet.
Now the crowning him and the outcome cards are the Ace of Wands and the Sun card. So these cards are about illumination, moving forward. And in the near future, we've got the Knight of Pentacles, which is news coming forward about money, about the mercenary.
Arrested. So yeah, I got the Two of Cups and the Lover. So it feels like there's a partnership going on with a Queen of Swords. So usually this is one of those female attorneys, Letitia James or Audrey Strauss at SDNY right now. So I'm leaning towards Audrey Strauss, SDNY.
Okay.
So I got the Lovers and Two of Cups and the Two of Wands. So there's a partnership going on and hope coming in with the Eight of Wands.
Yes.
So it's teamwork.
Yes.
Two of Wands is my teamwork card. The Lovers, there's some partnerships going on. And that Eight of Wands is like bringing in hope. They're working on something.
And
to try to, yes. And then the loss of 45, we have victory. And then I have the Moon and illusions. So it's kind of feels like secret or within a full moon cycle kind of thing. It feels like within a cycle. So that would say prior to the election, something's going to happen.
Yep. And it's
feeling.
Going to succeed, with this Sun card and the Ace of Wands. I feel like, and this ties into some other questions that we were answering about deals being made, saying back off because we could put the cuffs on you right now.
Yeah, there's something. I also, in the final outcome, I got the King of Swords too. And now that's feeling like the Manhattan DA. Because there's been messages about that it's been put out there in the news that they could go after him for tax evasion and fraud and RICO.
Oh, yeah.
And there's the Three of Coins, which is my documents card. It's in a library here. So that's feeling like Cy Vance, Manhattan DA has the documents he needs. And about all the dealings he did in the past with the Six of Coins. The Cup, I'm sorry. So there's a lot coming at him.
Yep.
So I don't know if the moon's meaning 30 days or next full moon cycle or something, or there's what?
Just a deal that's made that we don't find out about. That's
right, kind of something like
hidden.
that.
Yeah.
Illusions and moon are right together. So it's something we don't know about, but it is there.
Yeah.
But lately I've been feeling something about these full moon cycles too. Like there's two, I think there's 2 full moons in October, I think. One in the beginning, one in the end. So I don't know. Sure seems like something's coming out.
Oh,
yeah. Our throws and our feelings. It's like it's like they're at the point where like we can't take this anymore. This is nuts. This is all nuts. Melissa says between the full moons. That could be October 15th, 13th. All right. That was a good read. Oh, yeah. We're at an hour. How long do you want to go there, Gracie?
I'm okay for a while.
Okay.
Yeah.
Someone had a question on William Barr. What's going to happen with this anarchy rule on like New York? There's three states that he's going to threaten not funding them because they're anarchist states.
Yeah.
Will anything come of that with William Barr?
Yeah. Will anything come of that?
Marge asked if we've had any contact with RBG since she's passed. Sterling said he did on Lynn and G's channel. Generally, no. I will not get any contact with anyone that's passed. If they ascended right away, I get no energy from RBG trying to tap into her. I don't.
Well, I just feel that she is in a place of power right now, and she's got her. She is definitely influencing things from the other side.
I think the power of who she is influencing plenty.
Yes. Yeah. Just, I was thinking about that. Just that her death really brought out the knowledge to a lot of people that didn't know.
Yeah, what she stood for and everything.
What she stood for and how much she deserves respect. And so she might have passed at just the right time, really, realizing that. Yeah.
Yep. So, William Barr.
The question is the anarchy rule going to work in Trump's favor?
Yeah, there's three states, New York and a few other. I can't remember which ones actually. But that would lead to supposedly not funding the states.
Right.
Will it work? No, it ain't gonna work. It's a hope and a prayer.
Yeah. I mean, part of what's going on here is that Trump wants to create as much chaos as possible. He would like to see rioting in the streets after the election. He wants to create as much division as possible so that there is complete chaos and that, they have to step in. But, ultimately he's going to have to walk away. He's not going to win. He's got this plan to create chaos so that he needs to bring in his army and say, I'm the strong leader that you need. This is his attempt to create chaos.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not getting it that it's going to work.
I'm getting if it's the Page of Swords is making me feel like that's the hope and the prayer, and the Three of Swords is not going to work. Then I had the King of Swords and the Nine of Cups. So it feels like a lot of people, and then I got the Strength and Three of Coins. So it feels like the state courts will fight him. The judges and whatnot. And he has to move on a different direction. With the Hangman and Seven of Coins moving on, different direction. So it ain't gonna work. If it comes down to it, the judges and the courts and the states will fight him and win.
Yeah. Yeah, they're going to come together, and I keep getting this Two of Cups. They're going to come together and make an agreement because he's illusional. He's delusional, and what he's talking about doing is completely crazy. And he wants to just bring in his, his private army, and but the nation as a whole is coming from a place of strength. We're stronger than this.
Yes,
and he's
we
going to
are.
have to walk away.
Yeah, I got the walk away too. Move on a different direction. Find another concocted scheme. So people were still talking about RBG and generally how long before you can talk to someone, after they pass, kind of thing. What are your internal instincts?
There are those that say that it's disrespectful to tune in right away. I think that it depends. I think it really depends on the situation. If somebody dies unexpectedly, like in a car accident or whatever, they're not in a place where they can communicate with you. They're in a very confused realm. But someone like RBG, she was preparing for her passing for a long time.
Right.
And I think when she passed, she immediately, and I'm getting chills saying this, she immediately was ready to get on board in the spirit realm and say, I'm here. I'm here to help. And from that place, she was able to communicate with people right away. So I think it depends on the situation and on the person, how spiritually evolved they are, and
yes.
were they prepared.
That all helps, yeah. Certain people, it's all true. It depends on the evolvement of their souls and whatnot, and what they've learned in their life and those kind of things. I was able to channel and get some messages from General Soleimani right away.
Wow.
It was like 2 days later, and I was getting messages from him.
Okay.
To bring it. And the end result of that is that it wasn't his fault. He knew he was going to die. And it was something to do with not wanting Putin's influence over them anymore.
Uh-huh.
And it all had to do with oil.
Mm-hmm.
And trade routes. So that's what he was telling me.
Wow.
He also said that
now you have a military background, don't you?
Yes, I was in the military. Yeah.
So he has you two have a karmic, kind of like a soul brother connection.
And he said something else about he condemned 9/11.
Uh-huh.
The Taliban and all that did that. He was not for that, but he also said something about he didn't like murder and killing, but it was all done for his people and the greater good kind of thing. So he sounded like a good spirit kind of thing, man of conviction. He was loved, but I know he's a tyrant and all that. But so anyway. So like with
cool that he came through for you and spoke to you.
I was getting messages too, and then like RBG, it just feels like she needs to grow yet. For me, I can't get anything. It's like she needs that time to store up the energy to be able to communicate. So that's why it feels like more for me that it's like just her energy of who and what she was is gonna bring things through.
Could be. Yeah.
In other situations, like my daughter's fiance passed unexpectedly in an accident in June. He stuck around until after the funeral. I could still communicate with him. He was unsure because he didn't know what happened. It was kind of like quick. He didn't know he was actually gone, but he was hanging around. He was hanging with my daughter. sleeping in the bed. He was messing with TVs, watching TV with him. He was still
Wow.
doing his same events. He was up.
Oh,
He was messing with electronics out at the farm with his father and brother would milk.
yeah.
So he was still around. So
Did he finally figure out that he had passed?
I had to tell him to go.
Yeah.
It was like the day after the funeral, and I was connecting with him, and he was still confused. And I'm like, I could see family waving him in my visions
Oh.
and seeing the light. And I kept telling him, and finally he went.
Yeah.
And then my daughter messaged me, and she goes, is he gone? Because I don't feel him anymore. I go, yeah, he's gone now.
Wow. Wow.
So it all depends,
Yeah.
how evolved out of the situation. Most of the time I feel like people need to grow energetically on the other side first, and adapt and get into their quadrant where they need to be.
And RBG was such a huge energy essence that just the imprint that she left behind and the messages that she left behind and the energy that she left behind was enough to allow us to feel her and say, this is what she would want. This was her message.
Yeah. To me, that's what it feels more like. Her energy, her legacy is living within every one of us.
Yeah.
Not necessarily her spiritual help at this point.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, yep. But yeah, I thought that was a great topic. I'm sure every one of us guided ones feel it differently.
Mm-hmm.
Certain people I can't touch, don't want to speak to me or whatever it is, and others like, yeah, I'm willing. So it could be all each involvement to our own in our vibrational.
Yeah, as we talk about it, I think that there may not be any hard and set rules, because I was saying that when somebody dies, suddenly they don't know that they're dead and they can't communicate. But, hearing your story, and it's reminding me of another story of someone's son who died of an overdose unexpectedly, and he spoke to me immediately. So yeah, I guess there are no hard set rules.
There isn't any rules. It depends on their soul and their involvement and what they go through.
Yeah.
I felt that too with people that have passed abruptly and they don't know they passed. Whether it be a gunshot or a accident, they didn't know what was happened. It's like their soul doesn't know what happened.
Mm-hmm.
And they're still connected to their body, kind of thing, for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, my future son-in-law that passed, he was stick around for like 10 days, affecting electronics. My daughter said, "Dad, why am I so cold every night? Everyone else is, got the blankets off, and this is June, and I'm like, Slade's sleeping next to you. His spirit is next to you. That's why you're feeling that coldness from the spirit."
Yeah.
It's like, oh my God, she starts crying again.
Oh.
Wow. But yeah, it was pretty weird.
Yeah.
He just didn't want to leave. He didn't know what happened. It was just, he jumped off a tractor and immediately passed away.
Wow.
So.
You know what I'm feeling right now? I feel like the energy is so high right now from talking about this spirit energy. Do you feel that?
Sorry that again. I reading.
Feel like the energy is very high right now after talking about this spirit energy.
Oh yeah, I feel lifted myself.
Yeah. Yeah. And so we might not want to go back now to answering yucky questions.
Hey, we're probably ready to go now.
I think we are. I think
we're lifted up again.
I think that if we stop now, we're leaving with spirit energy surrounding us and the people that are listening right now.
Good. It is good. And there could be something. Oh, we could be done something good instead of negative.
Okay.
Someone asked about Glenn Kirshner.
Okay, what's the question?
If he's going to be in the next administration prosecuting Trump and everyone in done the crimes.
I like him. He is good.
Yes, he's a smart guy.
He gets right to the point, and he says, "And justice because justice matters."
That's right.
So, is he going to be in the next administration?
There's always that talk about a crimes commission or something too.
Yeah. And he's a prosecutor by his background, right?
Yep. 30-year prosecutor.
Yeah, it's really kind of sad that Mueller really wasn't up to the job. He was kind of losing it by the end.
Yeah, he was tired.
Yeah.
He probably got ended when he needed to.
Yeah.
He was tired.
We needed somebody like Glenn Kushner leading that.
He had, he's mid-70s or so.
Okay.
It's a lot of good people, good as gold. I follow all of them too on Twitter. Talking about like Greg O'Leary, Lincoln's Bible, Eric Garland, all great people on Twitter in the same realm of justice. Mr. Glenn Kushner.
Yeah, I'm getting yes to that I'll pull some cards, but I'm getting yes that he will be part of a and
commission?
Not just Trump. He will be part of a team prosecuting the crimes of this administration. Because we're talking about Jared Kushner, and we're talking about Barr, and we're talking about Trump,
Esper and Pompeo,
all these guys. I mean, there's a lot of work ahead, and I think he is going to be involved in that. But let me pull some cards on it.
Yeah, he's definitely involved. I'm not feeling Attorney General. A lot of people saying he should be the Attorney General.
First card I picked, Justice.
Justice matters. There you go.
That's when you know the cards are talking.
Yep.
Yeah, and the second card that came up with it. So the challenge to justice is, the win at all costs. Oh, wow. I got some really powerful cards for him.
Oh, good deal. He's a powerful fella.
Yeah. So crowning him is the death card. So he is going to do everything he can to see an end to this situation, because justice matters. In the near future, he's got the world card.
Oh.
So
he's prosecuting more than just locals.
And, the world is watching, and it's time for a new cycle. It's time for a new karmic cycle in America. And then the Sun card came up for him. What is he going to be bringing into the light? And the Strength card.
The law.
The law.
The Constitution. That's what it feels like there.
And then he got the Lovers card in the Hopes or Fears. So he's going to be supported in seeing to it that justice is done. And then the final outcome, the Ace of Wands. So I get a definite yes to he's going to be part of a legal team that is going to be investigating and bringing charges against the crimes of this administration.
Yes. Yeah, he's been working with a lot of people. Yeah, that's his ultimate goal. It's not justice, but it's the tower.
Mm-hmm.
He wants the ending.
Yep.
The drastic change for our government. He's really close to some woman. So it feels like a man. He's the king of wands and the queen of coins. Came up together with judgment and developing new skills and a plan. So it feels like the three of coins feels like that a commission you're talking about possibly.
Yeah.
And then the judgment, forming a plan, making it happen, to judge other people for their wrong deeds. So it feels like he's, one of his lawyer friends or something. Queen of coins. Who could that be?
The 8 of coins?
Queen of coins. I'm trying to.
Oh, the queen of coins.
Yeah, I'm trying to energetically feel if there's someone big. Because he's attached to a lot of people with MSNBC and another.
Yeah.
But he's going to be partnering with a woman. So there's another woman there going to be highly involved in this commission, too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because they want to imprison anyone.
Yeah, I'm
for
not
their
feeling
deeds. Make them go away. 8 of swords, 8 of cups from all their money they took and did. There's going to be a lot of people.
Attorney General, but definitely instrumental in prosecuting the crimes.
In the final outcome, I got a couple knights again, so there's a lot of people. Knights are the warriors. Knights are warriors.
Yeah, movement. Yeah, and I got the Ace of Wands is the final outcome, so that's like, a total yes.
Yeah, definitely wants this ending. That, like I said, my first one was the Tower. That's his ultimate goal, and then, like I said, there's a woman right next to him. So it feels like another prosecutor or someone, or could possibly just be the United States to make things right, but getting womanly energy from it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it feels like that crimes commission or whatever is going to be a heavy factor. Unless the attorney general is a woman and he's going to be working closely with her to, prosecute people.
Yeah.
What was it? I see Biden has Sally Yates in his transition team. And she was a temporary attorney general for a while. Wonder if Sally Yates is the next attorney general. She's working closely with him right now.
It would be cool for it to be a woman.
So you want to throw a couple on Sally Yates?
Sure.
Wonder if she'll take the job?
Okay, Sally Yates, the next attorney general.
I said knights are warriors.
Uh-huh.
Someone asked if I said lawyers or warriors.
Right.
Warriors. So it feels like a group of people working together kind of thing.
Yeah.
With two knights
and it
coming
also,
out.
To me, knights represent movement.
That too.
Things getting done. Changes happening.
Mm-hmm. Sally Yates.
Sally Yates.
Feels better reading on good people.
Sally Yates. Did you just get the Queen of Pentacles on the last reading?
Yes.
Yeah, because the first card I pulled up on Sally is the Queen of Pentacles.
Whoa. Imagine that. Isn't that nuts? weird. That shows more like Trump. That shuffle didn't feel right. Other energy in there, I think. Oh, I just heard grab a different deck. Sally Yates, Sally Yates.
Well, I got the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles both, in this reading. So, it's like, it's definitely going to be feminine. And we asked if she's going to be the next
Attorney General.
Attorney General. Yeah.
Okay.
And for the final outcome, interesting, I got the High Priestess and the Sun card. So it's about what is hidden is going to be brought to light.
It's a mixed bag. She is partnered. She is partnered up right now. She's favored. She has the experience with the Emperor. And we got the Wheel of Fortune and Judgment next to it. So her fate may be coming back around. But the endings aren't so great. We have the Four of Swords stepping aside, and then the Ten of Swords. So it kind of feels like she might be judged a little bit for something she may have done in the past administration or something.
I got judgment in her environment position.
That maybe, as far as Attorney General, it's probably not the best idea.
Yeah.
She's definitely in the group. Nine of Cups. She's definitely in the crew.
Mm-hmm.
But it feels like something from the past that she says no. I think she's being offered, kind of thing, if it happens, because I do have other good cards. So it feels like she's going to be involved in something, but not Attorney General. At least in this throw.
Yeah, I think that she's going to work for a big, governmental organization or the military or whatever, be in a position of power, but not in a position where there's something about that position that's not going to work for her. Maybe the vetting process or something.
Yeah. I mean, she's been there, done that. She is a good person, but there's, I don't know, this feels like something, like you said, with the vetting process, or maybe you probably shouldn't do it because of this situation, maybe. Something like that. But I do she feels she's involved, like maybe she could be a solicitor general or a IG or something like that. So, all right. We're almost in an hour and a half. How about one more?
Okay.
People are asking about Lieutenant Colonel Vindman. Remember him?
Oh, yeah. So what is the question?
If he's going to be back in the groove. Because here right matters. Will he be back in the administration?
Okay. Is Vindman coming back? Vindman coming back.
Feels like he would welcome the opportunity, and he's actually kind of liking being on vacation kind of thing. Out of the spotlight. Kathleen says yes. Her intuition says yes.
It's going to be offered to him.
Yes, he is. A lot of good energy around. He's got some great cards. It feels like he's going to do something again around the world. Like something to do with Secretary of State or something again.
I got the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Cups for him. So that's definitely a new beginning and something being offered to him. The Two of Cups. He's going to be offered something. And it feels like it's going to be something that involves the skill of would some kind of diplomatic what was his job? What did he do?
He was like a Ukraine ambassador.
Oh, okay.
Something like that.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. He's going to go back to doing diplomatic work.
Yeah.
And it's going to be really challenging. It
feels bigger though. Not just Ukraine.
Yeah.
You know, like maybe the EU or Europe or something.
Yeah.
Because I do get the world card.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and the magician, he's got exceptional skills. For some reason there's a Queen of Wands coming in too. I think that's saying like Fiona Hill or Maria Ivanovic might come back too. Because it feels like there's a partnership here.
Yeah, I got the King of Wands, so that's interesting. Yeah, it's gonna be really using his skills to be able to deal with a lot of stuff coming at him, a lot of warring factions, and being able to create diplomacy around him.
Yeah, he's got great skills.
Yeah. 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 You go, Vindeman. We need you.
Like I said, it doesn't feel like Secretary of State kind of thing, but it feels bigger than what he did before.
Yeah.
Like a broader than concentrating on Ukraine. It feels like maybe all of Europe or something.
Uh-huh.
It feels bigger.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like broader. The King of Cups also came in with it, and the Lovers. Maybe that's his brother coming back also.
Well, I got the Lovers too, and it's like, yeah.
But like I said, intuitively I felt he is enjoying his time away before his swords to be out of the spotlight.
Well, anybody that's had to go through what he went through would
pretty much
probably need a break.
Yes. So yes, the next administration will bring all those good people back if they want to come back.
Yeah.
Maybe Maria Ivanovic said, I had enough, that kind of thing. But
well, I enjoyed this enormously. Let's do this again.
Can do.
And
Can
we'll have
do.
to get together and coordinate our shirts again.
That was funny.
Okay.
That was not intentional, people. I just looked for something clean, a guy, and I was like, oh, that one's clean. That was funny. I didn't even notice that when we were chatting prior, but yeah.
I know. One of your chat people pointed it out, and we didn't notice.
I didn't have a clue either until they pointed out. I'm like, oh my God, we do match. Funny. So yeah, we have plenty other things to read on. I think we only got through half of this list because it led to other things.
Then we got to get back together and do this.
Well,
So,
there'll be a whole branch of new ones by the time that happens. But yes, I thoroughly enjoyed this too, and I hope everyone else did.
Good.
Yep, there's a lot of nice comments there. You said you didn't have it going, did you?
No, I didn't have my comments because I'm on my phone instead of my computer. I'm sorry I didn't get to read the comments, but hey, you all, thank you for being here.
Yeah, they're all very, very nice comments, and enjoyed it. And I want that. Someone says they want my dolphin hat. What? Do you want my dolphin hat? I got this in the Bahamas.
That's nice.
When I don't want to do my hair, I just put on my hat.
Nice.
So anyway, yeah, it was a good evening. I thought everything flowed beautifully.
Yeah.
So,
well,
just shoot out some blessings to everyone.
Yeah.
And bless you, Grace, and thank you for hitting me up.
So we'll email each other and talk about when we can do this again.
Well, we can text. It's a lot easier.
Oh, we can text. Right.
We got that digits now.
Okay.
All right. Sounds great. Bless everyone for being here. Thank you much. Love and light.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Where am I going? I got to end the broadcast.